Yeah, I mean, this is all just taking it all in. This is my first fight week where I'm the fighter, but it's pretty normal having DJ in my corner, so it's nothing too crazy. Just getting adjusted to the time and just getting my body on the schedule. So it's been a little bit adjusting phase, but it's getting better. I mean, I'm ready to go. I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say I didn't have some kind of nerves. It's a very, my first big event, but I mean, that's normal. Before any fight, it's the same kind of feeling. So it's just learning how to manage it and use it. I utilize it as like positive energy. I feed off it. I mean, I experienced it when DJ was here last time, so it's not new. I had same rooms I had last time, so it's nothing too crazy. It's just we have enough time to go out and get fresh air, and so it's not that bad. Yeah, I want to put on the best performance of my life. Just brutal violence is what I'm trying to bring to the ring. Looking for the finish. I mean, I appreciate that compliment, but I'm just doing my thing. I'm just following my passion and my love for what I mean. Love is an understatement for martial arts for me. So just following my dream and living my dream actually. So yeah, man, it is great to get the attention, but it's what I prepared for, and I'm just gonna roll with it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's started from my early on in my childhood. I was just had a lot of influence from my father did self-defense and kind of gave me like the self-defense mindset as a kid. And my grandmother took me to Chinatown a lot to watch lion dancing, and that always like resonated me really like strongly. It just made me feel, I don't know how to explain it, just the feeling was just very unique and special to me. And it turns out a few years later, through a family connection, I joined the lion dance team. And the first time I ever stepped into a martial arts gym was in Chinatown. It was like a little garage, and I was the only kid in there. And it was, it wasn't like a paid class or anything. It was just like some guys getting together and training with a Sifu who's like at the time was the leader of this lion dance team called Yin Yang Tong International Lion Dance Team. And some of the guys were like bouncers, some guys were like ex-military. It was like ex-military Golden Glove fighter there, amateur boxer, and just a big mix of guys, And I was like the kid that they kind of groomed up, just a bunch of OGs, and they taught me how to lion dance. And back then, like the kids these days, if they don't do the front of the performance, like a head and a tail. And nowadays, like kids have to do the head, or they're not gonna want to do it. But for me, I had to do the tail for like years before I even got to touch the top. But it was just something that I wanted to do, and I just felt just connected to it as soon as my first day I was in there. My first day, I just felt like this was what I wanted to do, and that's kind of how I got my start. Yeah, man, it's for just my teammates from AMC Kickboxing Pancration. It's just like DJ, it's just we take anywhere the fight goes. I'm ready to go anywhere. It's just adapting to the opponent is the key. So being well rounded is the number one thing you can do in this sport to be successful. I think not neglecting any training in any one aspect of the game. You have to round all the bases and make sure you're constantly trying to improve and work your skill sets to get better. Yeah, I mean, I'm an undefeated in the amateur regional scene. I mean, I had guys come up from Canada and fight me, but yeah, I mean, I had a successful amateur career and had a lot of experience out of that record that they have on Tapology. That's not my full record, but I have a lot of competition experience from a child all the way till now. And I even competed in China. I trained in Thailand, so I had a lot of experience. And I think that's the most important thing. I mean, a fight's a fight, whether you're getting paid or not. I mean, it's just you're still fighting. And all those experiences and from all those camps and everything that happened in those fights has prepared me for now. I faced every type of opponent that I could have faced. I've had situations where I've came to the fight extremely sick from mismanaging my weight and cutting too soon. And I've taken all these experiences, I moved forward and improved my skills and my mind and my spirit, and I'm ready to compete now at this level. Yeah, I mean, Roel is very good at strike. He has good striking pedigree, I think. But yeah, his deficiency, I think, is just his game is the wrestling. But I don't know, maybe he's been preparing his whole couple years and he's been wrestling. I don't know. I can't just look at a video and say this guy is bad at this, but I can see his tendencies, but for all I know, that guy could be, working on all those things. Like I'd be working on my weaknesses too. So I don't really think about it too much, I just prepare the best that I can and work my skill sets and make sure everything is tight and crisp. And then I just go in and fight. That's it. Yeah, we do. It'd be like beginning camps, but as the camp goes close to the fight, I try to not watch too much, normally. And in the amateur circuits, which I loved about the amateurs, I didn't really watch too much on the videos of the guys. I just, watch to see what their stance is. And then from there on, I just go in and whatever happens. I think that's the best way to approach it. It's just be free in the mind and adapt to whatever scenario arises. Yeah, so I think the forms is the artistic part of it, has a big benefit as far as developing your body and being flexible and fluid and having body control, and also just remembering forms. That makes your brain, you have to visualize over and over and over, and I think that's a very beneficial tool when going into a fight, or you have to run through scenarios through your head, combinations, whatever it is, and you continue to just visualize. And that's a big tool and asset I've had in all my training, because even when you're putting the physical work in between that time to the next time you train, what are you doing? Is your mind off somewhere else, or do you visualize? And for me, I'm always thinking through those things, visualizing, and then go execute, and just run through different scenarios, like what could happen, the way he'll move out of ways, or how I'll move. Nothing to go to, just being free and express myself. That's it. All of it. Yeah, they go through all of it, man. You gotta think about what would happen if, it's the fight, and you gotta know that in competition like this, you gotta prepare to die, and that's the reality of it. I could die, he could die. You have to accept that before you start fighting, because if you don't have that, you're deluding yourself. And I know it's a sport and we're keeping each other safe, but that's just the reality of it. And I'm willing to die for my dreams. So I'm friendly, I think. I have nothing personal to my opponents ever. It's nothing personal. Like, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but yeah, for me, I'm like a bounty hunter. I've said this in a few interviews now, but I just view it. I signed my contract. Now there's money on the line and I just go collect it. That's what I have to do. Not just a single one. It's been quite a few, but yeah, just having fun in the gym, man. That's the biggest thing, is that, we feed off each other's energy. And yeah, it's a good environment, man. It's like a brotherhood. So it's not just him, it's like everyone else in the gym as well. We're all very close, tight knit group. And yeah, man, we just feed off each other, have fun in the gym. And I can't really pinpoint a single thing he said to me, but yeah, we just talk back and forth all the time. So yeah, he's been a big help to my career, and moving forward, I'm there for him as well. So just keep it going. I do play video games. I do. It helps the mind. Like, there's a lot of puzzle. It's like a puzzle almost, you have to crack the code when you're playing, and a lot of strategy is involved, just like fighting. So it works the mind in different ways, and it's important to stretch the mind in a bunch of different ways. Like if you get good at something, you got to mix it up so that your mind's always constantly working, because I don't want to grow up later in my life and have brain issues. So keep working the mind, keep stretching the mind. That's forever. I'm playing Overwatch a lot. It just works the reflex, in certain characters, you have to like find the shot. Yeah, just there's a lot of reflex involved. Yeah, it helps, man. I think everything can benefit. Everything I do, I try to correlate it to martial arts in some way, I think. So yeah, it all benefits. It just depends how you look at it, your mindset. That's just who I am. I really don't think, yeah, I don't know what else I'd do if I wasn't from, I don't know what I'd do if it wasn't for martial arts. So this is all I want to do.